So today I'm going to show you how to duplicate any skateboard shape to a fingerboard using your phone. So this is going to be a little bit of a different video today. I've been wanting to make an old school shape deck for a while, but I don't have an old school shaper, so I had to get kind of creative for this one. I found some shapes online that I really liked. And I was messing around with the sizes and I realized something. If I just put my fingerboard over the deck and then matched up the screw holes, I could essentially get that same shape in the right exact size to copy. So that's when the idea hit me, well, I should just trace it. So versus printing, this seemed like kind of a quicker and easier way to kind of get this done. So here are all the steps. So the first thing you want to do is pull up your desired shape on your phone here, and you want to scale it perfectly so when you lay one of your boards on top, your screw holes line up perfectly with the screw holes in the image. Now that your wheelbase is correct, get a piece of paper and put it on top of your phone screen and start tracing out that shape. And make sure you don't move anything while you're doing this. And then also make sure to mark your screw holes in your little drawing. Those will be your alignment points later, and then go ahead and cut that out with scissors. So the next thing I did is grabbed a almost finished deck. It was a deck it was one that I pressed, did the countersinks and the holes, but that was it, still needed to be shaped. Now is the part where you will transfer the shape from the paper to your actual wooden piece. So take your piece of paper, put it on top of your board that you already have your holes drilled into, and line up your drawing screw holes with the board screw holes. Once you get everything all lined up and matched up, carefully trace that outline onto your uncut fingerboard deck. So I did take some kind of creative liberties on this step here. When I transferred my shape directly to my uncut board, it wasn't quite the right dimensions. The nose was way too short, the overall deck length was way too short, so I made the nose a lot longer to kind of compensate for that, to kind of give it a more on par shape with the ones I'm already making. I didn't want it to be like crazy short nose. I kind of wanted to still have a nose even if it was an old school shape. So I took that shape, and in the process of tracing it onto my deck, I did kind of change things a little bit. So the next step is to start shaping. So when I shape my decks, I'll usually draw a line using my shaper and then use my belt sander to kind of sand to that line. So from here, I'm going to follow pretty much that same process, except now I'm just sanding to that old school shape line versus my usual popsicle shape line. So we'll see how it turns out. Real quick, there's 2 points I want to point out before we go any further, and that is when you translate a full-size skateboard shape to a miniature fingerboard shape, it isn't always going to be one-to-one. You might have to make a few changes depending on the shape you're borrowing. So when we compare my finished board to the one I was trying to emulate, you'll see it doesn't quite have that Coke bottle shape to it, and that's because I couldn't really figure out how to get that done on the belt sander. And honestly, holding that tiny deck and trying to do 2 asymmetrical shapes with that super fast sanding disc moving, it was just way too much for my head at the moment, so I kind of went for that rocket shape instead. On top of that, the original board had different widths and slightly different millimeter measurements between the nose and tail. I'm pretty sure most of those boards share the same width at the truck area, but the curves are all over the place, and I just could not wrap my head around that geometry while holding the board in my hand and looking at that spinning disc. So I decided to simplify it and go for some straight edges. That made it way easier to keep the deck an equal width but still maintain that old school shape. I also matched the wheelbase and kept the tail pretty close to the original. The nose needed a big change though, because if I used the exact same nose from the shape we borrowed, it would have been very short and very stubby, and the overall length of the board would have been like way off from like an average fingerboard. And I wanted this deck to feel like a fingerboard, just an old school shape. I still wanted to maintain that, 97, 98 millimeter overall length. So I made the nose a lot larger, and it still nods to the original shape, but is now a lot more functional at fingerboard scale. So yeah, depending what shape you borrow, you might need to take some creative liberties. The key is making it translate well to something that works as a fingerboard. And also, real quick, a big shout out and thank you to Carlos Cadena 934. He suggested masking the top ply when you apply paper graphic, and I gotta say that tip came in very clutch. It kept the top ply clean from any glue on my fingers, and when I went to go peel it off at the end, it took a lot of the glue inside the screw holes with it. So overall, I got a much cleaner look. And if you want a full breakdown on how I do paper graphics, I have a whole tutorial that I will link in the description down below.
All right, so there it is. That is how you use your phone to mimic any skateboard shape off the web into a fingerboard. This is a super fun video to make. I highly recommend you to try this out if you're into making your own boards and if you want to try a brand new shape. It's a super fun and easy way to try a brand new shape without getting a whole new shaper and all that. And now you can kind of test things out and see what you like before you buy a shaper. So this was super fun. Highly recommend it. I've been loving this board quite a bit. And don't forget, I upload new fingerboard content every single week. So if you want to see more content just like this, hit that button down below and I'll see you back here next week. Also, head over to anxietyoffline.com and use the code YouTube3 to save $3 off your order. I sell handmade fingerboard decks, obstacles, and a bunch of other cool stuff as well. Definitely go check me out, anxietyoffline.com. So that's really about it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment. All of it helps quite a bit. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Peace.